I think we're live, but I'm just going to check. And yeah, we're going for a bit of a wander. We're going to go for a walk in Picton here. And I figured why not have a chat while we did. It's a beautiful spot, beautiful area. They keep spray painting the roots, which is weird, on the ground. I guess it's like an awareness thing, you know, let people know where you're at and whatnot. But I'll do a quick 360 spin. Picturesque, not walking in our usual like bricks and cement sort of region. It's a nice leafy spot. We're going to go through the botanic gardens and whatnot, but yeah, I just figured I'd chat about some stuff. We're going to see the Wallabies play tomorrow, which is the rugby union side. If you're watching this in the backlog, do me a solid, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know how YouTube works. I get helped algorithmically when you do all of those things, so hit like, hit subscribe, hit the share button, copy the link. You don't have to send it to anyone, but obviously if you felt like doing that too, that'd be handy. Say g'day in the comments, you know, we'll have a back and forth chat and whatnot. Boys are chilling. There's our first rubbish bin we've seen on the walk. We are now officially on footpath as opposed to dirt. That's what we were on. Now we're on this for 4 or 5 kilometres. There's a lovely little creek, river. I'm not actually sure what the difference between a creek and a river is. I know a river leads to the ocean. Does a creek lead to a river? I don't know. Beautiful spot though. Really nice area out the back of Picton. And yeah, I figured this would be as good a walk as any. Hey buddy, how's Australia? G'day Clayton, how you doing mate? It's doing well, it's a nice day today. Things are nice today. And that's where I played cricket a few times there. Have played cricket a few times there. I think I might play there again before I'm done. It's a really nice ground in Picton. The Tarmore Cricket Club uses it. Like in the park cricket, hit and giggle style. But yeah, things are good. How are things with you, Clayton? Hope things are good. But yeah, we're walking through a real nice area. We're going to the Wallabies game tomorrow. I'll put that in the title. I'm going to maybe vlog that like I vlogged the Giants game. But I might not. I might just enjoy ourselves, you know. We might just do our thing, me and the boys. Me and the boys, you know. I've got a couple of mates that are coming in with me as well. So that'll be good. I know nothing about the Wallabies, to be honest. The only thing I know is that like they dominated when I was a kid. Like when I was my boy's age. My girl says hi, Squid. I just showed her, yeah, my friend. She thinks she's pretty interesting. Showed her reaction to Ryan Newman's Daytona wreck. Yeah, nice. I'm going to be doing more NASCAR reactions soon as well. I just put all the NASCAR races in my calendar, like in my Google calendar this morning, in fact. So I'm going to be watching more NASCAR and doing more NASCAR related content. So good on you for bringing that up. That was very timely. Thanks, bro. G'day, how you going? Yeah, getting through. So yeah, we're going, as I was saying, we're going to the Wallabies game tomorrow. Me, a couple of mates, and my kids. It's funny, I bought a family ticket, and then put the call out, put the feelers out to my mates. It was like, who wants to come on the family ticket with me? It's super cheap. And then I ended up having to buy another ticket because I had so many takers and whatnot. And so, sorry, I just saw a pooch, little cutie. But yeah, so I know nothing about the Wallabies outside of when I was a kid. They were fucking amazing. They were the world champions, you know, like it was always them, the All Blacks or the Springboks. And now it's pretty much always the All Blacks or the Springboks or the Welsh, I think, which came out of nowhere for me. There is a sign in a tree over there. I'm going to go read it. We're going off the path. Let me turn this around. Spent $160 the other day getting these heavy-duty e-scooter tyres for the stroller so that I can pretty much go fucking anywhere now and they won't get punctured because they're designed to have big, burly, fat blokes riding on them and whatnot. I'm going to see what this sign, just random floating sign in the tree. Our trees, our future, something habitat. I don't know, I can't read that as it spins. Unless I like try and spin as I read it or whatever. You know, like that's not going to work, is it? It's got habitat and food. Yeah, it's just talking about the trees, I think. Like there's a whole bunch of birds in there. You can probably hear them chirping, the different chirps and stuff. And I know they have different types of bee dwellings, like actually in there. When we get closer, I'll show you. Like they've done a whole bunch to really help the bees in the area. Like they've built them hives or whatever that they can then hide in. They've got this new park here as well, like this new calisthenics gym. Let me switch the angle. It's a fucking nice place to work out and whatnot. We'll probably come back here and do that as well. They've got a sign talking about all the plants and stuff. I'm not going to go over there. But yeah, I'll show you the bee stuff once we get to the bees. But Wallabies, the Wallabies, were one of the most dominating sides in all of world sport when I was a kid. And they're so shit these days, I could buy a family ticket and another spare. Let me just put you there while I get these shades back on my son. I could buy a family ticket, which is 2 adults, 2 children, or an adult and 3 children. I could buy a family ticket for $49. And, like, that's unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I tried to go to a Bills game when I was in America, and one ticket, just me, not taking my family or anything, would have cost me $340 something. Like, batshit insane. They're at opposite ends of the spectrum though, you know what I mean? Like have a look at this beautiful bridge, beautiful old little footbridge that we're on here in Picton. I'm in the Botanic Gardens of Picton here in New South Wales, so if you're watching and feel like you want to come and walk this place yourself, I'm going to leave the kids here momentarily and show you what I mean by the bees thing, because they've built like a bunch of beehive things. Oh, I thought I was getting swooped then, but I'm not. A bunch of those things. There's like 6 of them or something in this little alcove. I'll see if I can yeah, you can sort of see the brown one just there. They're for carpenter bees. There's a sign somewhere. I remember because I've read the sign, and you know, last time we were here or whatever. And if I see the sign, I will read it to you. I'm fucking silly. It's right there. In the trees hang bee shelters which provide nesting and housing for Australian solitary bees. Oh, not carpenter bees. Oh wait, yeah, there we go. These bees may include the carpenter bee, reed bee, masked bee, blue-banded bee, resin bee, leafcutter bee, and teddy bear bee. Bee Aware is a partnership between the Southern Tablelands Arts and Wollondilly Shire Council. These native bee habitats were designed and made by artists Celeste and Anna, with local community participation. Be Aware was funded by Regional Arts New South Wales, Country Arts Support Program, Glencore, Tamar Underground, and Wollondilly Shire Council. So that's like, what, 4 or 5 different community grants all working together to build these little bells, like, things. There's like 4 or 5 of them across the tree line. And I think that's pretty cool, you know? Like, I thought I'd switch that. Nope, there we go, I've switched back now. I think that's pretty cool. The boys think it's pretty cool. We need bees, we need pollination. It's a whole mood, you know? So that's what that is. And if you're new to the live streams that I do, we're a bit all over the shop. Sorry, mate. Yeah, we're a bit all over the shop with it, but it's alright. Thanks, man. And so I like cover 1 topic, then 2 topics, then 3 topics, and we all sort of meld in and get in with it, you know, but I hope you appreciate it. I appreciate it. It gives me something to do while I'm doing something. Can you react to Tony Bridinger's Rex? Tony Bridinger is one of my favourites. Absolutely, I will do that. I'll make that my next reaction video. Went to Monster Jam recently. The show was far from sold out, but lots of tickets sold out for the pit passes. That's a good idea. We should go to a monster, like, they love monster trucks, you know, like they will watch highlights of monster trucks or monster truck events and all that sort of stuff. Like, most of their favourite toys are monster trucks. It's a thing. So we'll have to give that a look, I reckon. We'll have to look into that. And it's one of the things that I like about this walk as well, through the gardens, and like through the deliberately, like, it's not just wild stuff, like it's deliberately planted botanic sort of gardens and whatnot. And you get projects like the bees back there, and just makes you feel good about the community and whatnot, you know. Thank you. And everyone that you walk past, like all the people also enjoying the footpath. Like, it's a very middle class area, and so it makes me feel not as much of a piece of shit. You know what I mean? We're going to put those back in your face, bud. We're going to put those back in your face. Give me a sec. Hey, you're not going to bash them on stuff. We're going to leave them on our head, aren't we? Nope. There we go. We're leaving them on our head. What have you done? Have you bent those? You have. Let's bend them again, shall we? Sorry guys, won't be long. Just dealing with the kid. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it be. Push pineapple and a tree. You look great, don't you, buddy? Give him a thumbs up. Yeah, got keep up a booby. Random words and gibberish. Keep them on your face for me, bud. But yeah, it's an upper class, middle class area. Upper middle class area, even. And I think it's cool. There's a brand new park that's just opened. I forgot about that. I don't really want to walk past a brand new park and have the kids freaking out. There's 9 million kids. Well, we're going to see how this goes, right? Hopefully they don't freak out. Hopefully the other kids don't cause them to have a meltdown. There's too many kids there for me to comfortably let them play at the park, you know what I mean? Like, we go to the park all the time. Not this one. We go to parks in general a lot. But, yeah, holy shit. That's a lot of children. Like, a lot. I'm not going to show other people's children and whatnot, but it's a thing. Hey, mate. Cuties. Like, this is a very cool spot. And it's nice they've opened up the new thing and whatnot. But, yeah, I'm not comfortable streaming with... There'd have to be at least 30 other kids here. So I'm not comfortable streaming them. But I'm also not comfortable with my kids. Because there's 2 of them, I can't watch both at the same time as closely as I'd want to. And there's just too many other kids here that they would just thump. You know, like my eldest has been violent towards a stranger twice. I don't want to deal with any of that today. He is like clearly looking at him and being like, whoop. But it is what it is. Again, that kid was cute, he followed us. But yeah, I'm not gonna put anyone else's kids on stream or anything, but you can see how many there were. Like, just a lot. Too many for me to handle 2 kids with. Because yeah, that's the thing. We go to parks, but we go to smaller ones, not brand new ones like that are packed. I like to give them their own sort of run of the park. I like to let them have their like focus, you know. I want them to be able to go, if I want to swing, I'm going to swing, you know. If I want to spin a spinny thing, I'm going to spin the spinny thing. I don't like making them wait for turns. And yeah, we were at this smaller park, and this other kid pushed Apollo, who is that one, my youngest. He pushed him over, and JJ appeared out of nowhere and thumped the kid. And I was like pretty confrontational about it, I'm not going to lie, because like I was happy. Like, I'm not, and as I said to the other mother, like, I'm never in my life will I discourage my eldest son from violently reprimanding someone who was violent to his brother. Like, if somebody hits your brother, somebody pushes your brother over, the only way I will be annoyed at your response is if you weren't violent back to them. You have a duty as a brother, like in either direction, little to big, big to little, either way. You know what I mean? Like, as a brother, you have a duty to protecting your brother and helping your brother, we're going to put those back on your face, buddy. And if you don't, I'll be annoyed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a matter of keep your hands to yourself. Like, if you see someone hit your brother, I, as your father, expect you to hit that person back. There's no middle ground, you know, and that comes from a lifetime of being a man or a boy, you know, a boy that grew into a man. And I didn't have a dad, I didn't have a brother, I didn't have a masculine figure to guide me in the areas of masculinity. And there's two of them, they're going to work together. And like, if they're soft and precious and like buttery and stuff, like, that's a good thing too. Or like, men come in all shapes and sizes and varieties, you know, like gay men and men, and fucking it's, you know, all men are valuable as men. However, as brothers, and in the capacity like that, their lives will be like they're 11 months apart, you know what I mean? Like, they're not even a full year apart. And I expect them to, when violence is thrust upon you, be comfortable in that violence. Like, don't go seeking it out. Don't go looking for reasons to fight people. But if somebody is kicking your brother's ass, your ass is getting kicked too. It doesn't matter if you win, you lose. We're getting hit together, bro. Like, that's my philosophy. It's always been my philosophy with like teammates or friends and whatnot, but like it's deeper with these two. They're brothers, and so they have to. I will be disappointed in them if they don't. And but with that being said, I'm not going to thrust them into a group of people like that and a group of other kids and stuff when I can't watch both of them intently at the same time, because then one of them will fucking thump some other kid and be like, my daddy said I could, and like, that's not what it is. So like, it's a process, you know. Oh, do we go left or right, you reckon? What do you reckon? Hey, how we doing? I reckon we go over the bridge, guys. Let's give that a whirl. And I'll read some more comments and stuff, and then I'll come back to talking about the Wallabies again. But went to Monster Jam recently. Yeah, that's cool. I want to go to the Monster Jam as well. Florida Panthers won the Cup for the first time in 30 plus years. Yeah, I was bummed about that. Like, I mean, I wasn't bummed about them winning the Cup. I was bummed about them beating the Rangers. That was pretty... let's get a good view here. Look at that. My kids are looking through the floor. Nice little lake bed billabong area. I think that is technically a billabong there, because it's like the water is coming down from this way. You can see the direction of the trickling is coming down this way, but it's also like it's gathering in that spot and then going further that way. It might just be like a point where two rivers meet, or like the same river meets back up after Picton or whatever, because there's a route up that way which is coming down this way, and there's a route up that way which is coming down this way, and they're both sort of blending in together and going down that way. So I don't actually think this is a billabong. A billabong is sort of like, Americans call it an oxbow lake. It's basically just like your river's turning or your lake's turning, and there's a big spot that just it's swelled up on the corner. And like, it could have stayed there and become a lake, but for some geological reason it didn't. And yeah, as I said, you guys, like Americans call them oxbow lakes, but the Aboriginals called them billabongs, and so Australians call them billabongs. But it's the same thing happening, like geologically and whatnot. This is a fucking amazing view to walk out on. Have a look at this. Feast your eyes on this. Wide open spaces. What's that Dixie Chicks song, right? Or the Chicks, as they're called now. Yeah, I'm glad we went over that bridge. Let's do a lap of this before we come back. That's fucking cool. I'm a fan. You can keep looking at me though, because I'm vain like that. Improving your local bushland. This area has been restored through a partnership between Sydney Water West Region Delivery Team and Wallandilly Shire Council. More than 2,000 native trees, shrubs and grasses have been planted to enhance biodiversity and contribute to sustainable green space for the local area. Fuck yeah, Wallandilly Council and like long Sydney water jargon name. That's fucking dope. Now, my eyes are horrible, so I don't know if those are trees or if those are cows, but we're going to walk over there and find out. Let's have a look at what time it is. It's 1:20. Cool. I just got a reminder for an inspection of a house we're looking at later today, and the inspection's at 4:30, so I don't know why I've been sent a reminder 3 hours in advance, but okay. Anyway, let's read some more comments. The Florida Panthers. I was bummed that they beat the Rangers, but I was happy for them that they won. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing, and that's good for them. For the pit passes for two of us were $140. See, this is what I mean about the Wallabies. You know what I mean? Like, it's a team, an Australian team. They used to be world champions. They're not that great anymore, but like, you know, they'd still be in the top 5-10 teams in the world. It's still pretty fucking cool. They're just not world champions anymore. And I'm excited to watch them play. I'm super keen to watch them play. You know, I reckon that'll be dope, having the kids watching the Wallabies play as well. You know, me, the kids, a couple of mates, take some photos, maybe vlog about it. We'll see how we go. I think those are animals of some kind, not trees. Anyway, falling off the path. My eyes suck. But yeah, what a beautiful part of Picton. This is really nice out the back here. Oh, yeah, I think it might be cows. Ooh, smells like I'm a couple of paddocks from a big, like, lot of cows. I thought I could go all the way around to over there, but I don't think I can now. That's interesting. This footpath leads to nowhere. Or it leads to a dog park. That's a dog park. Yep. Can I get to the other side as well? Is there another footpath on the other side? Can I come out the other side and go and see those cows? I reckon I can. I reckon I will. I reckon there's only one way to find out. Hey. Alright. Let's just walk around it in case there's a sudden, like, dog, you know? Turn around, we'll go the other way around the big oval. I reckon those are cows. But yeah, keen to see the Wallabies, but I probably am only this keen, or was only this keen, because of the amazing price point, you know? Like, I think it's $49 for a family ticket, holy shit, you know? But where are we? My girl loves your accent, sorry if I spelled that wrong. No, you're all good. I think it's 2 C's in accent, but, oh, let me fix your shades, bud. But yeah, like, we're not the fucking grammar police here, bro. It's all good. Let me fix that, my dude. Yeah, and your hat down as well. There we go, huh? You gotta stop bending those, my dude. Yeah, my girl loves your accent. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. I'm pretty sure accent is spelled with 2 C's, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. My daughter's been very defensive of my roommate's daughter recently. Yeah, and it's like, it's a hard thing to like parry, or like, you know, like it's because obviously I don't want to be seen as that guy that's like, oh yeah, be violent, I don't mind about my kids. But the truth is, I straight up don't mind if one of my children is violent in defense of the other. Like, in fact, that's something I desire, you know, like, oh, all problems can be solved with words. Like, I don't think that's true. Sometimes someone does just need a punch in the face. And I know that's illegal, and I'm not trying to incite violence or any of those things or anything, but like, come on, it's a basic fact of life, you know? Sometimes you can solve a problem by giving someone a fucking slap, giving someone the slap they deserve. And, like, as a brother, it's so close in age like that, I want them to know that I expect them to defend each other, you know? So it's a thing. This is Sadie, Clayton's girl. I have a story on that topic. Dixie Chicks band name, Wide Open Spaces song name. Yep. More females in Monster Jam now, by the way. Oh, that's cool. That's dope. Yeah, what's the story, Sadie? Tell me the story in your next comment. But you know, that's cool. Was it the Force family, or are they drag racing, not Monster Jam? I remember in one of my reactions, I want to say Court Force, maybe. But like, she comes from a whole family of like badasses in the motorsport region. I think this might be a clubhouse over here, like, because these are all soccer fields and shit. We're gonna walk over and find out. But that's cool. I like seeing chicks in motorsport, because like, you wouldn't think that motorsport was something that would have to be separated by gender like other sports, you know? Like, you wouldn't... Like, you understand with things like tennis or football or soccer, or like all the physical ones where you're... Like, men would fucking dominate, men would cut them in half or whatever. But like, when it's stuff like you just can... Like, not just, I don't mean to belittle the fucking thing. But like, when you are operating a machine... And yeah, it still takes it out of you fitness-wise. Like, racing car drivers are some of the fittest sportsmen, because they have to be, because of the G-forces and whatnot. But like, if there's a woman that can withstand those G-forces and is as good as a driver, they are cows. They are cows. My eyes are not that bad. I don't know if we have a footpath the whole way over, but I'm going to just cut across and go and look at them if we don't. Yeah, cows, right? But yeah, it's like, it's a whole thing. I don't see why any... Like, I don't actually see why any chicks who are good enough couldn't compete against the men in motorsport. And for the most part, they do, you know, like drag races and fucking Xfinity series. Like, who's that one at the minute that's being talked about as potentially going into NASCAR? Haley something. She's a good sort, I think, if I'm thinking of the right chick. You know what I mean? And like, I think that is one of the things, like, in order to break the glass ceiling, the chicks have got to be hot too. Although that wasn't the case with Danica Patrick. Like, they put her in a whole bunch of bikinis and stuff, but like, she put herself in those. Like, that wasn't somebody like objectifying her, because nobody would. And I don't mean to be offensive when I say that, but she's not hot. Like, she's not ugly. I'm not saying Danica Patrick's hideous or anything like that, but like, she's not fucking Megan Fox by any rate, you know what I mean? Not Margot Robbie, etc., etc. And it's, you know, it's a whole mood. Hailey Deegan, that was it. Oh, she lost her ride recently, there we go. But yeah, Danica Patrick, not hot. But they sort of make them, like, I think that's part of the glass ceiling, unfortunately, for chicks in motorsport, is that they've got to be, like, you know, physically attractive as well as skilled. Whereas that's not the case for the dudes, you know what I mean? You look at either of the Bush brothers and they look like fucking Mark Zuckerberg had sex with a, like, string cheese. And that's a fucking hefty insult, isn't it? You look like Mark Zuckerberg had sex with string cheese. String cheese. You're the child of Mark Zuckerberg and string cheese. But tell me that isn't what Kyle Busch looks like, you know? Or even Kurt Busch. Like... Oh, I can't get round to the cows. The path is blocked off. That's annoying. Have a look at this. Path is blocked off, but I'm going to go around that way, I reckon. And we're going to go try and see those cows over there. But yeah, it's a mood. It's a mood. We're just walking randomly through a field now in Picton. You know what? I'm not going to get... Speaking of racing, I'm not going to go around the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. Chick, chick, wah. Chick, 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 wah. I'm going to go around the inside, not around the outside. We're going to follow these galahs. Yeah, flaming galahs. For non-Australians, that was a reference to, like, basically our version of Bold and the Beautiful. It's a show called Home and Away, where they're like, it's a soap opera. And one of the main protagonists has been one of the main protagonists for about 3 decades now. Like, because they're a G-rated program and they go on during prime time, they can't swear. And so his go-to thing when a normal person would say fucking hell is like flaming galahs, and every time I or anyone my age sees a galah, they think of that character, Alf Stewart, and flaming galahs. This is a half-built footy shed. That's pretty fucking interesting, isn't it? And all the builders are in there as well. Maybe I'm trespassing right now. Hopefully they don't, hopefully that's not an issue. Hopefully not an issue. Well, there's a digger and everything. That'll make you happy, won't it, bud? That's cool. I mean, I should have assumed. I should have assumed, you know. But where is it? Force family, drag racing. Tony Stewart's actually married to a... Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Small world stuff, you know, it all comes together. Our roommate operates a 100-ton rotator wrecker. That's cool. Look up Miss Tony Bredinger. Yeah, I will. G'day, Sin. Nice to see you in here. That's cool. More half-built sheds. That's dope. That's going to be really cool when it's done, I reckon. That's going to be really sick. Lots of duck shit around here, but it's not the end of the world. It looks like the lines on this soccer field have been freshly painted. It's construction on the sheds. That's cool. I might end up playing cricket here a bunch. As you know, I was talking about how I played on the other side and whatnot about a half hour ago now. But that's cool. Now I thought this was a footpath, but it looks more like just a goods and service. Oh, what kind of fucking bird is that? That's a stork of some kind, like an ibis or something. Type of bird. Now, yeah, I thought this was going to be a footpath, but I think it's just a goods track, you know, like for bringing farming equipment through and stuff before they decided these would be actual sporting fields and started building the sporting facilities. But I was right. They're not hedges. They're not bits of grass or feed. It's a paddock with a shitload of cows in it. So let me get a little bit closer. I'll show you them. You can see them there. Nice and cowish. Cowish. Moo. Apollo thought that was very funny. Have you lost your shades? Yep. Typical. Bear with me while I fix it. Let me fix that first. I think these are going to break the next time you bend them, dude. But that's fine because they only cost like $3, I'm fairly certain. That's the best bit about servo sunnies, or like, what do you guys call them in America again? Like quick stops, like a petrol station, but like with only 1 or 2 pumps in a rural town and whatnot. You know, like a little quickie mart with fuel. So yeah, you know, you get shades from there for fucking $3 to $5 or whatever, and it's like, I don't care if I lose these, I don't care if I break them. Whereas, and I've got like 4 or 5 pairs in the car. This pair on this guy's face are the same. He's been keeping his on though, which is good. But these ones I bought for like $45 because they were nice and thick. They feel good on my face, like heavy, you know, like, so I know they're fucking there when they're on my face or my head. But I get a bit panicky when I don't know where they are, you know what I mean? Like, the more money you spend on shades, the more nervous you are about fucking the shades. So spending 5 or 10 times a year, I think, is better than spending 150 once a year, even if they're better quality, you know? Oh. We must be pretty high up, to be honest. Like, those are the peaks on the outskirts of Picton. That hill and that hill over there, usually they're a lot higher up, like on the horizon and whatnot. So we must have, like, it's tablelands, not just, I mean, Picton's in a valley, that's why it fucking floods every couple of years. But yeah, Picton was one of the first areas, like this, was one of the first areas settled outside of Sydney. When too many people started rocking up from Europe and whatnot. The original, like, first generation that had been born here from Europe got a bit jack of how populated everything was getting, so they just started exploring and going in bush, and this town was one of the first ones settled in. I say, with the cows and the beautiful background. Like, this is probably the nicest place I've made a video in a long time. This is a nice background, a nice spot. There are all the cows I wanted to show you. It's getting a bit chilly now though, so I'm going to cut across the field instead of walking all the way around it to get back to the car. I'm also running out of battery, so I've got to charge that up before we go and look at the rental inspection and stuff as well. But yeah, this area, Picton, was one of the first areas discovered, for lack of a better term, you know, discovered, one of the first areas settled in by, I shouldn't say the British, by Europeans. A lot of people, like, it's lazy history, lazy Australian history to say, quote unquote, the British. Because most of the convicts that the British sent, most of the convicts that came across as English convicts were Irish political prisoners that were fighting for freedom and, like, were Irish freedom fighters that wanted their own space free from Britain's tyranny. And they were hardly done by. Like, they were fucked over. Like, so, you know, there's the whole cliche thing of, like, oh, they stole a loaf of bread and they were sent over there. But, like, for the most part, they were just Irish people being like, hey, I'd rather not be ruled by the king, thanks. And so, fuck, this is actually a hard slog. The grass is a lot thicker on this bit than it was back there, and I've only got one hand to do it with. Check me out though, fucking look at that arm. Look at it. Fucking, okay, momentum. It's much easier to keep going than to get going. What in the blue fuck? Look where I am. Right, look at all of this. How the fuck did that get there? A coffee cup. A coffee cup with lipstick on it and everything. I'm going to take that with me because it is fucking horrendous that as a species our trash does shit like that. That's just fucking annoying. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't have cut through the middle here. Holy shit, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. The tyres are fine. As I said, we've fucking built it up. I got fucking dope tyres now, so that's good. But yeah, okay, so back a couple of tangents. I shouldn't say British when talking about white people that came here for the first time, because a lot of them were Irish, not British. Oh wow, I've come across my own little savannah type thing here. I wonder if I can zoom. That's one of those birds from earlier. I can zoom. Holy shit, that was an intense zoom. Those are the birds I was talking about, and they've got their own little wetland bit there. Christ, I hope it's not too mushy as we walk past. Those are the glass. Let me unzoom. I wonder how far I can zoom. Let's look at some cows over there. Holy shit. What a zoom. That's dope. Oh, I've got 3% battery. Oh snap, 3% battery. My phone has decided the stream's over, basically. Let me look. Now you asked about my story. So a while back my roommate took her daughter to da-da-da-da-da. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss this story. I've got to fucking end the stream before my phone dies. But I love you all. I'll see you later. I'll go live again later to let you know we've made it home safe and stuff. Catches.